Us some major paper, I'm just dipping, we ain't even tripping. You could thank me later. Sauce and tripping, hoe I'm finger licking, serving different flavors. See me flicking while I'm chasing chicken, flying on some acres. Ayy, old school weed, sending nothing but some G's. Any food packet, top papers, about to put some P's in it. Twerk it for me, baby, and make sure you put your knees in it. I got leg room, I could probably fit your knees in it. What y'all know about that country shit from by the river says? Thought I told you colder than a winter out in Winnipeg. Popping like you better be when you the proper pedigree. Blowing sweet and sour while I'm chewing on that sesame. Know that God blessing me so they can't get the best of me. Sometimes he be testing me so I perfect my recipe. Cocoa butter cutter, got it cracking at the crib. We some ghetto boys now, nigga, lacking where I live. I might ride around my side of town, I'm flexing, feeling fancy. Just filled up my stomach, I got extra in the pantry. Getting top and winning, still no, I don't need no plan B. Only give a fuck about my freedom and my family. Keep it playing, keep it pushing, keep them guessing, keep them looking. Keep my people out the booking, cause we legendary. I just talk it how I live it. If I said it, then I meant it. If I did it, then I did it, cause it's necessary. Keep it G and keep it true to you. Just act like this ain't new to you. I treat it like it's usual, we legendary. I just get it how I live it. If I said it, then I meant it. If I did it, then I did it, cause it's necessary. Look, all my niggas fresh up out the mud like a mineral. Riding with them soldiers, they salute me like a general. Hit the coast of Florida, feeling sorta like a Seminole. No exaggeration, all my literature be literal. Little do they know I do it bigger than they thought it though. Ain't no flexing with this weapon, fuck you think I bought it for. Police call me radical, your wifey think I'm nautical. Riding to that Carter and I get just what I bought her for. Baby say she love me, don't know why she wanna leave me. All this shit out on the streets and I make it look easy. You ain't got no evidence, then you gotta believe me. Girl, I'm just a person, all that perfect shit for TV. Tally up my winning streak, I'm puffing on a power pack. Gave the wrong niggas money, bitch, I don't know how to act. No, I'm playing properly while plotting on this property. I treat you motherfuckers like examples of what not to be. Keep it playing, keep it pushing, keep them guessing, keep them looking. Keep my people out the booking, cause we legendary. I just talk it how.
What's up, y'all? It's the Hood Trucker Show, and I am the Hood Trucker. I gotta mute my own sound. Oh, no wonder. Okay. I see what the problem is. I'm having an echo, and I don't know which one is which. Which one is which? I'm just gonna kill. Damn, which one is which? Give me a second. Did I kill the music? Let me turn this music back up. Let me figure this out.
Do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the least. I quit my boss and cooked that sauce and fed that to the streets.
Okay, there we go.
Sliding in me like a wet flow. Already fried from the get-go.
I tell you, I got problems.
Like echo. Everything I do, they echo. Okay. Big fast, my bank on big man. My drip too wet, that spit can. Yo, bitch swap me like Q-tips. Hold that shit there like dip can. No rehearse, need no reverb. Hold your lip, don't say 3 words. Quick trip to get that lick. Broad tree fur if you prefer. Quick ride, no time, I'm in there. She got ride from the skincare. No TikTok for that caca. They know that look, don't live there. I can't roll that.
Okay, we got it now. I'm still learning the ropes. What happened is it said that I didn't have enough storage, so tonight's show wouldn't be recorded. So I had to go in and add some more storage. And then when I came back, I just noticed, I guess I got 2 StreamYard tabs and it was an echo. So threw me off a little bit. But, you know, you got to keep rolling. Keep it moving. So now we got it now. So, as you see tonight's topic, but let's go through the chat. Joe in the building. Salute to Charleston White going at Tammy and Kwame for starting World War III on YouTube. Kwame Sissy allegedly. I don't know about World War II because both of them are pretty insignificant, if you ask me. I'm not a fan of Charleston White either. R.I.P. to Tommy's channel. Kwame going wrong for flagging. I didn't hear anything about that. Salute to you, Joe. Also in the chat, Fat Man is in the building. What's up with you? Skinny Deals. Skinny is the best clown on YouTube. I'm sorry, I said Skinny Deals. I meant Johnny Deals. My bad. Skinny is the biggest clown on YouTube. Absolutely. You don't even know. It could have been Tommy that did it. I mean, it could have been Mr. Skinny. Who knows? I don't know. All these clowns over there. There's nobody in the building. Yeah, yeah. I start off with problems. You know how it go. Let's see. Joe didn't shower, allegedly. Peter Prodigy in the building. Peter likes men, allegedly. Peter is Kwame, allegedly. So we got some new comments. Okay. Joe has a tattoo of Hood Trucker, allegedly. I'm lost on that, Joe. Okay. Peter has a tattoo of Kwame on his ass. Peter been gone. He was in prison, allegedly. Okay, we got spit that hot fire already. So today's topic is, we've been talking about race stuff. I did a podcast. I didn't release it today, but I did a podcast about an incident that happened earlier today. I need to fix. See, always something going on. Always something going on. Jack, stay on your toes. Just stay on your toes. We got what do we got tonight? We got the topic of Dave Chappell went and he went to the community, what do you call that? Community board meeting. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. He went to the community, that community shit, where you go and voice your opinions about what's going on in the community, and stopped affordable housing. We all know pretty much why. I think that some of those people that are against affordable housing, I think that they think that affordable housing is going to bring the property value down. Affordable housing a lot of times is associated with Black people. The reason why I'm a month late, apparently it happened a month ago. I'm a little late. But how I came across the story is I was watching Vlad TV. I know I shouldn't be watching Vlad TV, but I was watching it. It comes across my feed sometimes. He has some interesting stuff. And in this case, I saw Lil Boosie was on there. He commented about it. He said, "Hey, maybe he wanted his own little player palace or player area or something, whatever he said. Player palace. Maybe he wanted his own exclusive everything. He don't want no Black people in there, because he said maybe he didn't want somebody coming in his city selling weed or something. But here's the thing: if you tell somebody they ain't shit enough, they're not gonna be shit. You tell somebody, like, look at the experiment that they did with the dolls back in the day, where they were asking children what is the good doll and the bad doll, and there was only two choices. There was a black doll and there was a white doll, and more often than not, both white kids and black kids chose the white doll as the good pretty doll and everything good, and the black doll was always the stuff bad, more often than not 100% of the time, but more often than not, that's the case. So a lot of times, like even Donald Trump did it. And when Donald Trump did, like he was talking in his campaign speech one time, and I heard him say it. He said they're going to move affordable housing into your neighborhood. So a lot of people associated that with like a dog whistle. One of these days I'm gonna get my green screen dialed in or whatever. They associated that with dog whistle, meaning that if you bring in affordable housing, aka black people, they're gonna bring the price of they're gonna bring your property values down, and that's what the scare was. So now we have Dave Chappell basically acting on those fears, and he goes in and he at a what do they call those meetings? Whatever those community meetings are. He came in there and he actually sounded like a Karen. There was a story that somebody did that said that he was like the character on his comedy show. The one I think his name is Chuck Taylor, and he and he's basically in whiteface. He's got the blonde hair with the white makeup on, and they were saying that was him, like in real life, which kind of sounds like it, because he's acting real kind of Karen-ish, if you ask me. But let's see, if he has property near affordable housing, I can't blame him because the value will go down. But here's the thing: he's a multi-millionaire. He's not living wherever he lives. Jesus is God. Okay. He's not living where he lives because he's worried about investments. But the other thing about that is that people are worried about other people moving in who are not like you. There's not a whole lot of blacks in that community. Number one. Number two, I talked about Black Lives Matter founder that took a few $1 million and went and bought real estate in a white community. Those dollars, in large quantities, came from people that you don't want to associate with. When you spend your money on real estate that's predominantly in a white community, what is that saying? That's saying you don't want to be around black people. You want to be around the white people. But you founded an organization called Black Lives Matter. Okay, as a concept, I believe that because of what goes on, like in the real world, like police is shooting for no reason. Like I seen a video where the police was asking the dude for his ID. He was reaching in his pocket and he got shot. You got the just to happen the other day. The gentleman that went in to try to get some money, the police were called on him. Now that was done by a black teller. But again, if you look at the study that I mentioned, damn, I can't get this thing right. The study that I mentioned, where the black dolls were the bad dolls and the white dolls were the good dolls. Those children carry those things into adulthood. That study was done years and years ago, like 60s and 70s, maybe even before that. And those people carry those things on, and those kids are not the only ones that believe those things. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, I don't think race thing, but I lost a lot of money thing. He's a millionaire. That's not going to affect him that much. Plus, he's Dave. See, but I'm going to get to. Listen. Dave Chappell has his opinion. He's got investments in the city, but again, there's not a whole lot of black people there. But he's got investments in the city. He is also in one of his comedy stand-ups. He's also mentioned about being pulled over and being nervous in his own town, right? Because I think something about police didn't believe he lived there or whatever, something like that. But then you go and go to the city council meeting and say that basically, we're gonna watch the clip in case you didn't hear it. He basically goes in there and says, "Hey, why are you worried about a $24 million company suing you when you have a $65 million company per year getting ready to take their investments off the table?" So he was playing, that, I'm bigger than them. You should be more worried about me than them. He played that card, basically. But why is he playing that card, though? Like, why are you against affordable housing? Dave Chappelle can move anywhere he want to move. But sometimes people get, they get in a bubble and, they lose who they are. They change who they are. Like, for example, OJ didn't know who the hell he was. He said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Bullshit. They showed you right away just how black he really is. You see why people worship celebrities so much. F Dave Chappelle. I'm of the same sentiment. I used to like Dave Chappelle. I watched a lot of his things, but here's the thing. Dave, I think Miss Nobody said that Dave Chappelle is worth $50 million in here somewhere. All right? Yeah, Dave Chappelle's worth $50 million. How much of that $50 million do you think came off the backs of people who live in affordable housing? I mean, in the form of buying your CDs, in the form of going to your comedy shows, in the form of watching Netflix. How many of those people live in affordable housing? People in affordable housing would probably relate to, your jokes and all of that more than someone who's not living in there. And then plus, people who live in affordable housing, a lot of them, because money's tight and, people want to escape, whether it be drugs, and some people, go to comedy shows, or some people watch Dave Chappelle. 99% of it, I would probably say it's pretty high. Yeah. Good point. Maybe he's seen life on the other side and likes it better there. He probably does. But you know what? Don't speak out on black issues no more then. Don't speak out on black issues no more. Because that's bullshit. I don't care how much the property value goes down. Them is your people. So your property value is worth more than your people. That's, what that's called? That's called a sellout. Candace Owen is a sellout. Money is more valuable than her people. She could care less about black people. She care about that check though. Same thing, Dave Chappelle. You talking about humanity and this and that and whatever else you talk about, all that shit is I can't hear. I don't hear you no more. You worried about your property value. Okay, so then they came back. Some spokesman came back and said the ridiculous explanation that the reason why he didn't support it was because it wasn't affordable enough. That's that politician answer. Well, I didn't support the anti-lynching bill because it didn't go far enough. That's bullshit. That's that political answer. Ronald Jones in the building. What's up with you? Let's see. Kwame is a celebrity or not, Trucker? I mean, people know him. Kim Kardashian is a celebrity. What has she ever done besides be on TV? Celebrity, it just means people know you. So technically Kwame is a celebrity. But what I saw in the aftermath was the same thing I saw when I was going at Kwame Brown. The same exact thing. People were making up excuses to cape for Kwame Brown. They're doing the same thing for Dave Chappelle. We're going to look at a couple of clips here. Comedy hype. Every last comedian on the I'm not sure if you're familiar with Comedy Hype, but one of those dudes on Comedy Hype said some shit about Kwame Brown, and they went back and forth a couple times. But listen, in the pussy pool, straight pussy. Don't nobody want to say nothing bad. I seen I'm not gonna play the D.L. Hewley stuff. I mean the Vlad interview stuff, because I don't know how he acts about flagging stuff on copyright and all that. I can't afford any copyrights. But D.L. Hewley was basically did what a lot of people in the Trump circle, they say, well, I don't know what happened, I need more information. Anytime you he even mentioned that he sounded like a chief of police, like, cause like when a police kill an unarmed black man, it's all over the news, right? Then they interview the police chief, and more often than not, the police says, I don't want to comment, I need more information. It's an investigation. Keep an open mind. Don't just look at the video. Look at whatever else. Because there's a Dave Chappelle video where he said, we're gonna play it. Don't look at the video. Keep an open mind. And that's exactly what D.L. Hewley said. And so much so, he recognized what he was saying because he talked shit about the people that say the very thing that he said. That's why he said, I feel like a chief of police right now. As you should. As you should. Because that's entirely hypocritical. So let's go and let's take a look at some of these videos so we can see the hypocrisy. I mean, Dave Chappelle got him shook. They don't want to say nothing bad about Dave Chappelle. They got him shook. They're not saying nothing bad. And we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it. It's a few different ones. Oh, I need more information. What do you need more information for? What do you mean you need more information? Oh, it goes against his character. Shit, I might have to stop using this shit. This shit is a pain in the butt sometimes. Either that, I'm about to give me a different, probably have to give me a different screen or something. But listen. Let's go take a look at some of this stuff, right? Let's take a look at it. It's appalling. I'm appalled. Okay. Okay, so let's look. First, let's go and look. Okay, let's go and look at the choices we got. Okay, so the Humanist Report, that's where the video is. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at what we got here. I want to look at, let's see, Comedy High. I want to look at this one right here, the BNC one, because the woman on there kind of acts like she wants to, she wants to say something, but it takes somebody who's not black to really say what they as we all should be saying. Now I don't see the Comedy Hype one on here. Where is it? Where's that Comedy Hype? There it goes, right there. So we're gonna look at the TYT one, right? He's really, he's kind of pissed off. I mean, listen, I don't know enough about any of these people. Look, I can only determine my thoughts and what comes out of people's mouth, whether or not you're sincere or whatever. But I totally agree with what Cenk Uygur is about to say. But we're gonna look at the video. And let's see. We're going to look at the video. And we're going to take a little bit of the commentary.
Will be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all.
He sounds, if you ask me, he sounds like a Karen. I'll take it all. I'll take all my money. Let's see. He's forgetting. Let's see. He has forgotten celebrity mainstream wise. Damn, Dave Chappelle sold out. Kind of sounds like it. But let's hear what the TYT people have to say, and watch what they say. You got the girl. You know, she's not really committed. Cenk Uygur is pretty much like, fuck Dave Chappelle. But then we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go to some of the black. They're gonna go to the comedy hype take on it. Don't nobody speak anything ill will. DL Hughley, I can't play that, but go look at the DL Hughley interview on Vlad TV. He says it's out of character for him. He needs more information. He's tiptoeing. All these dudes is tiptoeing, except for Cenk Uygur.
Comedian Dave Chappelle, unfortunately, put a stop to a construction project that would have developed affordable housing in the community that he lives in, Yellow Springs, Ohio. Now, he made his objection to this project clear, and as you can see, pretty forceful about how he objected to the project. And it wasn't the first time he objected to the construction of affordable housing in this community. And obviously, let me be clear, there are other community members who attended that meeting who were against it as well. Now, just to give you some background and context, the village initially asked for the development to advance affordable housing in the village, including an area that the village would later be able to develop into affordable housing, as well as more duplexes and townhomes. After complaints from numerous residents, including comedian Dave Chappelle, Village Council voted 2-2 with one abstention on the revised planned unit development zoning. So what does that mean exactly? Well, the developer here, known as Oberer Homes, can move forward with a new development in Yellow Springs, but without the affordable housing component initially promised to the village. That means the zoning reverts to what was previously approved. 143 single-family homes on the lot, with the homes starting at about $300,000 according to village documents.
Okay, they're gonna get into the weeds about the thing, but that's basically the long and short of it. They don't mind they're building the $300,000 single family homes. It's the affordable housing that's the problem. One take on it was that, you know, they want to build affordable housing so that the people that worked in the community, they live close. That's one aspect. You want people you want people to work in your community, but you don't want them to live there. But let's continue.
Fourplexes, you get the point.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess he's jumped the shark. So this is terrible. So he's enraged that people that aren't incredibly wealthy might live next to him. So he won, congratulations, Dave. So now there's gonna be 143 single family homes, and only single family homes. If you can't afford a home like that, that's your problem, not Dave's problem. And each of those houses start at least $300,000, okay? And so no poor people for you, all right? So congratulations, Dave Chappelle, champion of the incredibly wealthy and the business owner, CEO Dave Chappelle. By the way, that's exactly the kind of threats ExxonMobil and other companies do. Hey, if you don't do exactly what we want, we'll end our business with you. So he must be so proud. And then what was that stupid line about, I'm not gonna audition for you? Hey, it isn't about you, jerk. It's about people who could have actually had a nice home there. And by the way, even for your side, right? This is called democracy. Okay, you participated. I'm happy about that. That's the only thing I'm happy about in this story. But he makes it sound like, oh, the city council's doing this to him, and they made him go and speak there, like when they should already know that a wealthy baron has already spoken. How dare you have me come out here and audition for you? I'm gonna pull my $65 million from you. You know how wealthy I am?
Okay, so you got Cenk Uygur's take on it. right? That's what our community should be telling him. But it's night and day. Now, this guy right here, he's a progressive dude. You know, he talks shit about a lot of people. He talks shit about Democrats. You could have his opinion on whether this or that or whatever. But in certain cases, he pretty much he's a straight shooter, pretty much. Like, you know, who knows what goes on behind the scenes and all that, you know, whatever. But in this case, he's saying pretty much, I agree with everything he's saying. Let's see, Joe has a picture of NSYNC. Let's see. LaFonso in the building. Appreciate you stopping by. In his stand-up, he talks about how he hates druggy whites in his hometown. Guess he wasn't kidding. Because, you know, there's no way to determine who's going to live in that affordable housing. It's not just black people. Joe says, notice he's in a room full of white people and let that be brothers. He's getting smoked allegedly. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, you know, the fact that he would be just speaking out against affordable housing is first of all, it's not a good look. And look, we're gonna look at these other clips. All of the black community don't say nothing close to what Cenk Uygur just said. They need more information. I mean, they tiptoeing over the whole subject, just like when and D.L. Hewley said it best. He feel like a police chief because he's dancing around the fact that don't look at the video and what we just saw. Keep an open mind. That's not his character. He's better than that. Whatever the case. I mean, he's got all type of excuses. Exactly the same way when I was going to Kwame Brown talking about his fake shoe drive and all that. There were people in the chat saying, you know, it wasn't 6,000, it was actually 3,000, but 3,000 is better than nothing. What have you done? All this kind of stuff. He comes out and says it's 100 and something. So they were lying for him. So when you see these other clips that we about to pull up, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, I hit the wrong button again. Okay, so let's just go over here. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so can y'all still hear me? Y'all still hear me? Let's see. Yeah, should be okay. I'm having problems. You know, it's normal. It's the normal shit. Okay, so let's go to the comedy high point. Watch this bullshit. Now watch how much different this commentary is than what we just saw. And you see up here is the D.L. Hewley. That's not the one, right? That's not the one. But D.L. Hewley did an interview with Vlad TV. And let me share this. He did an interview with Vlad TV. I got to share the screen again. In which he said the same thing. Dave Chappell, 58 Dave Chappell. Okay, here we go. He said the same thing. Okay, I need to. Yeah, bear with me. I'm having a few problems. Trucker needs a computer classes. I worked. I worked probably 16 hours today, and I'm doing this. I'm, you know, a little tired, a little not under the weather, but a little tired. Look,
Last week, the town council of Yellow Springs, Ohio, voted against the plan to create affordable housing. We all know of Yellow Springs' most famous resident, Dave Chappell, who adamantly opposed the plan and announced that he would leave town and take his money with him if it were passed. When news first broke, many were quick to share their opinions of the headline and went as far as bashing Chappell because of it. However, as more information about the story comes out, it's been revealed that the housing plan that Chappell opposed wasn't actually affordable after all. And Dave and his team didn't waste any time to respond. Today,
you see what they did? The reason why we opposed it wasn't because so this goes against all those people that said, well, I understand what he's talking about because affordable housing will drop the home prices, right? Okay. Well, they got him on tape against affordable housing. Now the excuse is the reason why he was against it is because it wasn't affordable enough. It really wasn't affordable housing. Okay, so which is it? Are you against affordable housing because it's going to bring your property value down? Or are you against housing in general because it's not affordable housing? Because first of all, that makes absolutely no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. If you're against affordable housing, then you don't want people bringing your property value down, because that's what you associate affordable housing with. You associate affordable housing with bringing your property value down. That's exactly why Donald Trump used that same thing in a speech a few times, saying that they're talking about bringing affordable housing to the suburbs, and they're going to bring your property values down. That's exactly why he said that. But let's see, stars forget where they came from. Absolutely. The media will protect Dave Chappelle at all costs, right? Absolutely. Watch how it is black media. If these motherfuckers will talk all type of shit about Donald Trump. Let's get this clear. I am not a Donald Trump fan, but I'm also not a fan of kissing ass, tiptoeing, because you worried about what your bread gonna do. You worried about what you say against Dave Chappelle, how that's gonna affect your bread. These are comedians. These motherfuckers don't want to say nothing bad about Dave Chappelle. That's why I am so glad I have the freedom to say whatever the fuck I want to, because I don't have to tiptoe like a Roland Martin or like a D.L. Hughley. Okay, D.L. Hughley said, I know him. That's the homie, basically. Okay, well, why you didn't call the homie on the phone and say, what the fuck is going on over there? So you could have context, so when you go and do the Vlad interview, which you knew the Vlad interview was coming up, and that the shit is in the news, you knew it was in the news, why you didn't call the homie and ask him, homie, what the fuck going on? Honest to God, trucker, here in NYC, affordable is in no way, shape, or form affordable. It's affordable. It's affordable is relative. So let's see. The only reason why I pay $700 because I live in here for 40 years, and you probably had that rent control thing where they can't raise the rates. Otherwise, $25 to start in my building, right? So that's that rent control shit where you had to be there a long time, and that's why they can't raise the rates over a certain thing. I mean, when you talk real estate game, that's how they make money. They raise rates. But as far as these people right here, I done lost respect just on this one story about everybody that's going to speak right now. You can't say nothing else about nothing else. Because if I ain't hear these people say anything derogatory against the black teller that did that to that black director. No, I didn't hear nothing. I haven't really heard a lot of derogatory things about that. But let that have been a white woman, and they'd have had everything under the sun to say. Just like let this be Donald Trump. Let this be what's that dude from Kentucky? Rand Paul, because Rand Paul is one of the ones that were put forth like he was highlighted against the anti-lynching law. You know, people had something to say about that, but this is Dave Chappell, and these are black comedians. Pussy pool.
We have our comedy hype analysts, Vanessa Fraction, Capone, and Pierre calling into the show to give their reactions. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
I just want to say, and Marianne, I could talk to you about this privately. I don't know why the Bush Council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Now,
First of all, why are you calling the city council clowns? Because you need to go in and voice your opinion to the city council. He said, you need to make me come in here and audition. You sound like a Karen, dude. You really sound like a Karen. Conservative will protect Dave at all costs. I'm saying, like, look, black people will too. Just like they was over there, they was caping for Kwame Brown. I got trolls, you know, make videos about me every single day, and I ain't really said a whole lot about them in months. They still over here mad, caping for a dude, and got all kind of excuses why he did this and why he did that, and they got more excuses than he have himself. They making up excuses on their own. Watch this shit though. Same exact shit.
I want to dive right into reactions. Pierre, what's your reaction to that clip?
Honestly, I thought they brought the Chappelle show back, and that was Clayton Bigsby and shit. I was like, wow, they got Clayton Bigsby. That's one of my favorite episodes.
Now watch how they do this. They're gonna throw out in a funny hee hee ha ha type of way. Because they're comedians, and that, you know, and that's their way of saying, like, hey, we saw that, but then watch how he clean that shit up.
No, he came with the hammer and put the hammer down. He said, "My money or your money," you know. And I guess big bank take little bank. So, you know, from that, just from that. You know, the man stood his ground and he was serious about what he was talking about. We can delve into after that, but yeah, that was my initial reaction. Like, damn, Chappelle, I see how you're doing negotiations, boy. No wonder you get that kind of money from Netflix. Damn.
See how they corny as fuck. But see how he trying to clean that shit up? He talks shit. Now watch how all of them gonna say, when I first saw it, I thought blah blah blah. But then upon further review, we need more information and we need this and we need that. Meanwhile, ain't nobody followed up on this story. The explanation that Dave Chappelle's people then put out is basically what was revealed earlier. The host revealed earlier that said it wasn't affordable enough. That's bullshit. Because that's even worse. The more, okay, if you say that you don't want affordable housing, first of all, why don't you want affordable housing in your community? That's number one. Oh, because it brings property value down. Okay, if we go with that, then you would think that the deal that they did was the single family homes, which are $300,000, and they pointed that out. Okay, we're gonna let the $300,000. I guess if we have to do something, at least they're gonna have to pay $300,000. But then your explanation is the reason why we were against it because it wasn't affordable enough. Make up your fucking mind. Make up your fucking mind. Is it affordable housing that you're against or not? Because you can't be for it and against it at the same time. Fuck out of here.
Capone, I want to come to you next. What's your reaction after seeing that clip?
You know me, when a black man speaks and have that.
Watch how much of a coon this motherfucker is. And he cooning for a black man. He gonna basically say whatever he says, I'm with.
Much power. I was excited and I didn't even know what it was about, to be honest with you. When I saw the clip, I was like, well, oh man, this is great. Whatever he's doing, I'm with it.
You look ridiculous. Look at him. Is that Mr. Skinny? Is that Mr. Skinny? Or is that who Mr. Skinny idol is? Because I don't know who this dude is. But you look and sound absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I don't know what he said, but whatever he said, I'm with it. What if Dave Chappelle said he wanted to go play with little girls? You gonna be with that too? You stupid motherfucker. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Look at
Vanessa,
him.
I want you to chime
Yeah.
in on that. What's your reaction when you first saw that clip?
But when I first saw the
See how
clip,
they say, oh, when I first saw it, I was appalled. It was disgusting. It was, but then when I thought about it, all of them did the same shit. Like they had a meeting or something.
I had already read a headline about the putting down low income housing. And so when I saw the actual clip, I was like, what the, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what in the Scrooge McDuck is going on? I know this is an old ass reference, but I thought he was Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life and was going to take over the town. It was extreme. Like y'all said, like it definitely stood me up to attention. For sure. But I did think to myself, I said, this looks so crazy. It's got to be some kind of spin to it. Like, I wanted to know more.
Right. Now, speaking of headlines, Vanessa, a lot of people did read those.
I wanted to know more. Okay, look, is there ever a time where these particular people, because we're going to talk about them, we're not talking about everybody else necessarily, because we already know the answer to that. But is it these particular people right here? Has there ever been an instance where they've commented on a situation that was like say for example, George Floyd? Was there an instance where we need more information, or was it just what we saw on video was fucked up and that's what it is? Trayvon Martin. No, we need more information. Hell no, they ain't never said no shit like that. But you gonna give Dave Chappelle the pass? Why? Because you don't want to speak against Dave Chappelle, you pussy.
Those headlines and responded very quickly, as I mentioned earlier. One user says, Dave Chappelle has straight up disappointed me. How can you be a millionaire but be against affordable housing for people? Another user used a picture from Chappelle's show, which I'll display here, and says, when Dave Chappelle...
That's exactly what Dave Chappelle is. That's exactly what Dave Chappelle is right there. And that he should have had that on. Absolutely. These are people that are not financially connected to Dave Chappelle. So they're able to voice their real opinions. Because if you're a comedian and you're a low-level comedian, like all of them people on that show is, you're not going to speak on a comedian that, or somebody in your industry that may have the power to cut your ass off. You may not want to speak on that. But then, what type of person that make you? Listen, you should be able to do your comedy. You should be able to do your whatever. And say what the fuck is on your mind, and with conviction. Because if you say what you feel and feel what you say, at least you'll be authentic, even if it costs you money. People talk shit about Colin Kaepernick. He didn't give a fuck. He kneeled, and that's what it was. Why is it that and then you got Marcellus Wiley, and we're gonna talk about it again, the dark-skinned nigga. That will say that Colin Kaepernick don't feel the whole total thing about black people. We looking at black people right now acting white. If I didn't know any better, I would think that they were white people talking about Donald Trump. I swear to God, 100%.
Chappelle hears that an affordable housing development is being considered in his community, and it's when Dave Chappelle was dressed up as a white man. So I want to come to you, Vanessa. Why do you think so many people were upset or still are upset at Dave Chappelle after seeing this clip and reading the headline?
Watch the dancing. They finna dance all over it. They don't even want to talk about it. They don't even want to talk about this subject right here. They so scared. They so motherfucking scared. swimming all in it. They having drinks all in the pussy pool. They don't want to talk about this shit. Fuck no. Look at them. They scared. They tiptoeing and dancing, fetching, stepping, all kinds of shit.
Why do I mean, because we don't have all the information, and
when has that ever happened before? We don't have all the. Has that ever happened in the case of a white police shooting a black man ever? No. We don't have all the information. Bullshit. The reason why I'm talking about this, I'm more upset at these motherfuckers than I am with Dave Chappelle. Because you doing that same bullshit. Now, next week, let something happen, and then you commenting on it. You're not going to say we don't have all the information. You're not going to say that. You're a fucking hypocrite.
From what we were given, it just sounds like, he's gotten to a certain level in his, career and who he is. Of course, he's a millionaire, and that you don't care about the smaller person or the one that's going through or the struggle or what have you. I think people are upset because it just freaking looked bad. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so now that we're learning more.
What did we learn? We're learning more. It looks bad. Oh, it looks bad. That's that same politics. Listen, these are all fucking hypocrites. You better not never speak on no type of fucking nothing. And don't say, we need more information. That's fucking bullshit. I swear to God, this was like, what the fuck? What? More information? How much? This motherfucker said it out his own mouth. D.L. Hewley said maybe there's something behind the scenes, or maybe the Pierre dude said that. Maybe there's something more behind the scenes. I don't know. Maybe. What about this? And got all these fucking excuses for this nigga.
You'll see about, how upset we are. But of course, if they say, Dave Chappelle, I thought y'all stood with us, it already looked crazy that you in a 4,000 population town full of white folks, and you gonna put the hammer down on the housing development situation, So it didn't look good. So I'm sure that's why everybody was pissed.
Pierre.
Like she said, it already looks bad you live in a town full of white folks. And why is that? Why is that? You don't think if you live in a town full of white folks, like she said, white folks, that you're not going to want to keep black folks out of there? Especially if you do like the doll comparison, where the white doll is good and the black doll is black. So affluent white people are good and low income housing black people, because you obviously associate affordable housing with, even if you don't associate it with black people, you associate them with unruly people that will bring your property value down.
Yeah, I want to come to you next. After seeing that, why do you think so many people were upset initially?
First of all, I was upset that you charged over $300,000 for a house in Yellow Springs, Ohio. What the hell? $300,000 is called affordable housing in Yellow Springs? What the hell are you talking about, man?
Look at this motherfucker right here. Corny ass motherfucker. I don't like none of these motherfuckers. Let's see. Marcellus, isn't he a remix of Jason Kuhn Whitlock? Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Jason Whitlock, they used to be co-hosts, and he's spitting image now. Dave has done 10 good things and 1 bad thing. Benefit of the doubt. Okay. So what if, do you say that to the church pastor who, or the church, the father of the church, like of the Catholic Church or whatever, and they in there, playing with little boys? Do you consider that any good that he's ever done, or you just look at the 1 bad thing? If your next door neighbor who's he goes to church every Sunday, he just loses it and he starts shooting up the place or something. Would you say, oh, that's the 1 bad thing that he's done? Fuck no. Listen, I don't give a fuck how much good you've done. You trying to keep like that's like saying Black Lives Matter, They did a lot of good things. They collected a lot of money, but when she spent her money, she spent it in a white community. Is that the one bad thing, good thing, whatever? I mean, you know, Kwame keeps getting the benefit of the doubt, and he hasn't done anything for the community. Just talking. Yeah, inflating numbers and shit. I'm saying, like, how much are you concerned about the community if you don't want the community in your community? You don't want a certain segment of the community that support your lifestyle, pay you money. That's why Netflix gave you $40 million, $60 million, whatever it was. Because a lot of people support you, but you don't want to live next to those people. You want to do these benefit concerts with all these throwback rappers and say this or that and other. Okay, and get all these low income housing residents together for a concert. But then at the end of the concert, okay, go home to where you live. I'm gonna go where I live. That's bullshit, dude. That's fucking bullshit.
I thought you were gonna say $38,000 affordable housing.
That wasn't affordable housing, Pierre. They was gonna do a portion. They was gonna make a portion for affordable housing.
Okay, whatever. The $300,000 came up. It should be $300,000 for 300,000 houses in Yellow Springs. Okay, where the hell is Yellow Springs? Dave Chappell's the only one to ever put Yellow Springs on the map. But okay, so with him, with them, people feeling bad about it.
I mean, as you can see, as he talking, some of his true feelings is coming out. But you got to keep the motherfuckers in check because it's gonna affect your check. So you better keep your feelings in check. You can say a little something, but don't go too fucking far.
We don't know all the inners of it, like she said.
And that's the classic deflection. We don't have all the information. Where's the response at? Where's the investigation? Where is the follow-up? Have they done a follow-up on this? We need more information. And then that's it. There's no more information. What he came out with was that the reason why we didn't support it because it wasn't affordable enough. You fucking liar. And that was good enough for them. Oh, he didn't like it because it wasn't affordable enough. You stupid motherfucker. You believe any fucking thing. That you with that vote blue no matter who bullshit.
Like Vanessa said, I know Chappell. He's not the kind of person who pushes down the person who ain't, you know.
Here we go. Here goes to the rehab. You said what you said. Now here comes the rehab. See, anytime you say, well, when I first looked at it, I felt like XYZ. But upon further review, I feel like this now. So you have to, you knock down and then you rehabilitate. That's how you feel like you can tell people how you really feel without having any type of consequences for it. Because if you just said, fuck Dave Chappelle, that's fucked up, like I'm doing, then you might get some pushback yourself. So you don't want to be pushed back on nothing because you're a pussy, and that's why you about to rehabilitate this motherfucker right now.
On his level, he's not that type of individual. Looks down at those who ain't the downtrodden. So he probably has another situation at hand. Like he said, those ain't gonna be affordable housing. He was saying, you know. So the plan seemed like it wasn't a real plan, a strong enough plan for him to buy into. And people innocent.
You hear this shit? You hear this bullshit? This is pure bullshit. This is pure bullshit to make it seem like he's not saying what he wants to say, or he's not saying what he's saying. Because he already done told you what his real feelings is, but now he has to rehabilitate that whole situation.
He's the only one. The other people in that town didn't buy into it also. So let's be real.
Other people like white people? The only other people there were white people in the city council meeting. There was other people. So now you want to deflect and say, oh, it wasn't just him, it was other people. But okay, so there's every other people in there investing $65 million in that town? And why is it him, Dave Chappelle, one of the only black people in the town, why is he investing more money than any other person in the town? Come on, weirdo.
It's not just he's had the biggest voice. So I think it's just a matter of We don't know the nuts and bolts of everything, and it might not.
What more is it to know? We don't know the nuts and bolts. What more is it to know? It's affordable housing that they're scared of. It's everybody. Listen, everybody who says Dave Chappelle and affordable housing automatically is going to assume that the reason why he didn't do that, or he was against it, because he feels like it's going to bring his property value down. What do you associate affordable housing with? Black people. It's probably more white people in affordable housing than black people. But the media has spread the propaganda that black people are on welfare and black people live in affordable housing. So guess what? You don't think Dave Chappelle thinks the same thing? He's around a whole bunch of white people. The city council meeting was a bunch of white people and him. Come on now. You doing that Kwame Brown shit.
Easy as it looks outside. We can surely stay home and say, "Oh man, Chappelle wrong, y'all. You trying to look out for the lower man." That ain't true necessarily. Got to know the ins and outs of it. So until I know,
it ain't true necessarily. But you're not. You leaving it open. It's not true necessarily. It could be true, but it doesn't. It's not necessary to assume that. Okay, Pierre, what would be a situation where it'd be acceptable then? Did you look into it? Did you do the investigation? Did you call Dave Chappelle? Did you ask him personally? Like D.L. Hughley is supposed to be his friend. I know Dave Chappelle. Okay, did you call him on the phone? Because he said the same thing. We need more information. I don't have all the information. That doesn't sound like him. It's got to be something more. Did you find out what's more, though? No, you didn't. Because there's nothing else to find out.
That I can't speak 100% facts on it.
Capone, I want to come to you next. Why do you think when this...
He can't speak 100% facts. Okay, give us a scenario where do you think what's going on behind the scenes where you could be against affordable housing and it'd be logical. Like, oh yeah, I understand that. There is none. There is none. But that's why you put the doubt in there, because that's what a defense attorney does. You acting like a defense attorney right now. You trying to put anything out there, throw any reasonable doubt against the wall, see if it sticks. Some people are going to believe that. Well, maybe it's not just that. Maybe it's not.
First came out and that headline and this video was pushed, that a lot of people were upset.
I think Vanessa made a very valuable point for the fact that
this dude had already disqualified himself as being someone who we should listen to, because he said, I don't even know what he's talking about, but whatever he says, I'm good with.
Looked the way the headlines looked, it looked like Dave was against affordable housing, and we all know what affordable housing goes with black people. And so,
first of all, see right here. We all know what affordable housing goes with. You are spreading the propaganda. Everybody that lives in affordable housing is not necessarily black. Look at the statistics. If more people are on food stamps than black people, if more white people are on food stamps than black people, then it would be safe to assume that those very same people are in affordable housing as well. So if there's more white people on food stamps than blacks, there's probably more people in affordable housing than blacks. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure, but I would think so. But the fact that you would say, we all know that affordable housing means black. Yeah, if you're Donald Trump and you're a Republican and shit like that, but there are rural areas where there are no black people, yet they issue food stamps and they issue Section 8. So it's not just black people. So you are also furthering that propaganda that black people and affordable housing are intermingled like that.
So it definitely, even when I heard I was like a little bit shocked at first, but then as the story starts to unravel, you kind of understand why he felt that way.
Now listen, watch what he about to say though. Watch what he about to seen this already. Watch what he about to say. Now he said, as the story unravels, you can understand why he takes his position. Basically, first of all, what's unraveled? Ain't nothing unraveled. Your two other co-hosts that said we need more information. What did unravel about this fucking story that say, oh, I understand now? But he about to reveal what his real position is.
Right. Yep. And now, speaking of unraveling, as I mentioned, his team did speak out, and I want to read that quote, and then Capone, I want to come back to you. So
watch this bullshit. This is literally what his people put out. It's literally what his people put out. Watch what they say.
His team says Dave Chappell didn't kill affordable housing. Concerned residents in a responding village killed a half-baked plan which never actually offered affordable housing. Neither Dave nor his neighbors are against affordable housing. However, they are against the poorly vetted cookie-cutter sprawl-style development deal, which has little regard for the community, culture, and infrastructure of the village. Capone, I want to...
Bullshit. So you're basically saying that if it was like projects, or if it was like a real affordable housing, which, affordable housing, all that shit looks the same. That's why it's affordable housing. So you're saying that cookie cutter, you don't want like tract homes, like tract homes. A lot of times they look the same, but they're homes and they're not considered necessarily affordable housing. You're talking about affordable housing being like apartments and duplexes, multi-family homes, because you can build one structure and put multiple families in it. Like you can build a single family home, or you can build with the same material. You can build a duplex, a triplex, whatever, and put multiple families in there, right? So you're saying that that you're against the tract homes because it wasn't affordable enough. It wasn't affordable housing enough, and you want project. You want that. But the shit that they proposed that was, further down the line, affordable housing, they're going to build these single family homes, and then later on down the line, they're going to put that. You're totally against that. Man, fuck out of here. That's bullshit.
Come back to you after reading that and ask, do you agree with Chappell's stance to be protective of his community, or his village, as his team called it?
Yeah, I can see his argument. If I pay $10 million for a house, and I have my house on a certain amount of property, and you want to come into that property and put, I don't care if it's a $200,000 house, they don't fit together. And I think,
see what I'm talking about? This is true feeling. He not rich, but he already caping. He already doing some caping. But let's go to the chat. Beware, where you been, man? Beware in the building. Hold on. Beware. See, it's weird how I was checking on your last live and I saw people asking where am I at. Like, yo, what the fuck is that shit? be mad, annoying. Well, you shaking up. You shaking up a lot of people. You got a lot of people pissed off. So they, trying to see what's good with you. What's good with you though, man? Let's see. This is an old story, though. Trucker, I salute Dave for doing this. Yeah, it's kind of. I'm a little. I didn't know anything about it though. But see, my thing was this. My thing was this. You get your wealth off the backs of those same people that you're talking about, low income, people. People want to escape. They like his comedy, and but most people are not rich, and most people that watch his comedy probably live in lower income housing. So if you have gained your wealth off those people, why are you then stopping those people from coming into your community? I mean, there's the reason why you're able to buy that house in the first place. There's a reason why you're able to move to that community. And also, you're stepping ahead of people, like you're in the out front. And everybody in that room that you were out front about or for that particular issue was white. So it's almost like you caping for the white people. But then you got these motherfuckers that, running around here trying to talk about it without talking about it.
I think that most of the community in there, whether they're white or black, has this certain, a range of finances that they put into this community. And to be able to just put anybody in, I wouldn't go for that either.
See,
But
now, see what he just said? You know who had that same sentiment? The people that lived in Compton before black people moved in, the people that lived in communities that used to be white that are now black, they had that same sentiment. Though that's old shit. Look at all the communities that are black, they once were white. Pretty much all of them, damn near 100%. That the communities that are now black used to be white. There used to be white people. Like Compton, Watts, all that shit was white people. Guess who didn't want black people to move in? Those people. Guess what they did? They moved away. If black people started moving in, they moved away. This the same shit. How is this any different? If you hear that story about how these all the shit that goes on and how many times a black person moves into a community and they spray paint the swastikas and all that shit on their fucking door and they harass them all the time. Shit, that's that same shit. We don't want you here. Now, Dave Chappell may not go to the same extent. He went to the city council meeting. He didn't do all that type of shit. He went to the council meeting and shut the plan down. Pretty much seems like you don't want to be around a certain type of people. That's what it seems like to me. See, I'm living the way I was before all that goofy shit. Okay.
Question to you: Do you agree with Chappell's stance to say, "Hey, I got to stand up for my community. This doesn't quite fit our village"?
There's nobody that represents. He's the only. There's not a whole lot of white. There's not a whole lot of black people in his community. So why are you representing the community? That's like you're supposed to get a jury of your peers when you commit a crime, and you get an all-white jury. That's not your peers. Those are not your peers. You're supposed to get a jury of your peers, and those are not your peers. The people that live in Dave Chappell's community is not his peers. That might be his community, but why are you, the black man, stepping forward and protecting the white people in your community? Will they do that for you? That's why I say fuck Ukraine. Fuck them people. And somebody had said that I can't feel sorry for the Africans in Ukraine because the Africans don't like us. That's probably true. But at the same time, if that was you in the Africans' situation or predicament, they would do you exactly the same way. So that's my take on that. Like, I don't care if, the Africans over there, they don't like us. If you replace those Africans with us, it'd be the same thing. So fuck Ukraine. I seen somebody that said, pray for Ukraine. Man, motherfuck Ukraine. And then this motherfucker gonna send Ukraine my motherfucking tax dollars over there? Fuck Ukraine. And fuck Crime Bill Joe.
Yes, to answer your question, I believe you should protect what you have a heart for, and you have a heart for where your home is. I actually don't live in the city of Atlanta because I like the prices where I live a little further out, and I like the community.
That wouldn't be low-income housing, would it? You don't live in the city of Atlanta because you like the outer skirts? That wouldn't be low-income housing, would it?
Community. I don't like all that hustle and bustle and all that mess. You know what I mean? And I've actually lived in quite a few small towns coming up in my life. Shout out Mound City, Illinois. But I can understand where you're like, hey, I don't want all this stuff coming here. We want this to stay more about nature, and we want to keep, the rivers clean. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I feel like you do have a right to protect where you live, especially if you move there for a certain reason,
Okay, now say all of that. You have a right to protect where you live when white people do shit to make sure that black people don't live. Okay. If you have a right to protect where you live, do you agree with redlining then? Do you know what redlining is? Let me explain. If you don't know what redlining is, that redlining is basically it draws a line in certain communities that they try to keep black people out of. That's the same shit. She just said, you have a right to protect your community. You mean like redlining then? So you agree with redlining? Redlining means, okay, black people can be on this side of the red line and white people can be on that side. And if you don't have cash, they're controlling where you live. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you just saying that to protect Dave Chappelle? Because that's what you're saying. You have a right to protect your community from people who are not rich like you. Huh. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing what people say that sound like white people. It's amazing.
Oh, you make perfect sense. Pierre, I want you to chime in on that. What do you think about Dave Chappelle saying like, hey, this doesn't fit our village. I'm against it. I'll pull out. Do you agree with him?
As I always say, the devil's in the details. I don't know the details of how
Look at this motherfucker right here. Look at this motherfucker right here. I don't have the details. What more details do you need? What more details do you need? They're saying that the explanation was, we don't like the track homes, or we don't like that cookie cutter shit that they're going to bring in here. Oh, but we like the affordable housing though. You're a motherfucking lie. And now this motherfucker going to say, the devil's in the details. We don't have the details. Yeah. Because you're a pussy and you don't want to say nothing about Dave Chappelle. That's what it is. We don't have the details.
That place is structured. But Dave Chappelle has put shined a lot of light on his town. We never heard of Yellow Springs before. Most of us didn't. He's been a comedy club. So he's bringing attention to the town. Now, maybe he feels like the attention he's bringing, the townspeople like it better, the way, slow and growing, opposed to throwing something big into it really quickly that made.
You mean like mostly white? Because that's what it is. Even your co-host said that. It's mostly white. Pierre is a bandwagon type dude. And he's a pussy on top of that. Because all of them don't want to say nothing about Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? I got more of a problem. Okay, Dave Chappelle, okay, you a rich dude. You don't want poor niggas in your... Okay, I get it. But these niggas don't even want to say nothing about it, though.
Disrupt the way the flow is going. So maybe from that aspect,
Dave Chappelle ain't finna give you a dime for protecting him. The only thing you want to protect is any possible thing that you can work with him, but he's probably not gonna ever work with you, pussy.
Understand? But it's also they're not building on Chappelle's property. They're building in his city. But he's even fighting for those who don't live in his city, like where he lives at exactly. He lives miles away from where it's happening. He just feels like, as a whole, he doesn't want to be disrupted if you don't have a good plan. If you're just throwing houses up to make money, he's like, no, man, you're going to throw houses to make money. I respect that. How is this going to help the community in a long way? If you just put houses there and you're not making it work for us, then what are you doing? At least
he's a motherfucker. He ain't said nothing like that. He ain't said nothing like that. We gonna put the housing up and it'll help us. There's white people there. It's white people. He lives in Yellowstone, where that fucking it's predominantly white. What the fuck you mean is ain't gonna help us and you can put up housing to make money and this and that and other and blah 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 all this. He ain't said none of that. You're just making shit up now. Like these motherfuckers that Kwame Brown was doing with that fake ass shoe drive. Same exact fucking thing. Oh, it was 3,000 shoes. This motherfucker came out and said it was 150 or whatever the fuck he said. Crazy shit.
What I'm doing, I'm trying to make it work for us as a community. I think that's what he said to me.
Right. Yeah. No. And I.
Beware said PS says anything that makes him look that he thinks sound good. All of them is doing it. All of them.
I think what a lot of people can learn out of this situation, that headlines are not the full story. You have to go to the detail and actually read it. Now that we're having more information come out that were actually, wasn't made available, but a lot of people were just taking the headline, seeing the.
I'm still trying to figure out what the information is. What's the information? What they didn't told you? Why their reasoning is for not wanting affordable housing? Because again, if affordable housing will bring your property value down, like your other co-host said, and you wouldn't want that because it don't fit. 200, even if it's 200,000, it don't fit. So you're basically saying, keep them low-level people out of my community. That's what you're saying. So if that's what you're saying, then you go say that the housing wasn't affordable enough. That's that bait and switch. That's that throw anything against the wall shit. And then you motherfuckers talking about as the information, is made available. They're talking in circles. Because they ain't made no fucking sense. What's the information that came available to make you feel any different than how the headline reads? Nothing.
Video and running with it. So as always, I appreciate y'all for calling.
He said get the video and running with it. That's what he said.
And chiming in. You heard from us, and we want to hear from you in the comments below. What do you?
Hold on, let me see. Was there another one I wanted to look at? Hold on, let me see one more time. I think it was one more that I wanted to look at. I think that was it. Because we're not gonna do see, that's man, I wish I could play this right here. But I don't know how Vlad gonna take it. He might get my whole channel shut down. But DL Hewley on there talking about we don't have the information, basically saying shit, we don't have the same information, but me defending this kind of sounds like I'm a police chief. Go check it out. Go check it out. Oh, these people right here did the same shit. These motherfuckers right here did the same shit. Same exact shit.
Well, Dave Chappell is once again driving.
We're gonna watch this one too. Hold on. Look at this motherfucker right here. They want to talk shit so bad, but they can't bring themselves to do it.
People mad. He's getting slammed for threatening to yank his business venture from his hometown in Yellow Springs, Ohio, if they approved an affordable housing plan. Take a listen.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dave Chappell. I just want to say, and Marianne, I can talk to you about this privately. I don't know why the village council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, that was not part of his stand-up act right there. Yeah, the council didn't take Dave's threat lightly.
Look how they looking. Why they looking like, oh shit, we gotta talk about this shit.
And they voted against the affordable housing portion of the plan. Instead, they agreed to build 143 single-family homes with a starting price of $300,000. Yeah, Sharon, you just take this one.
Look, he don't even want to talk. He said, Sharon, you take this one.
Because Dave Chappell's not, other than showing up.
He said, I don't even want, let me let you go first. Let me let you go first. Oh, hell, what the fuck going on? Let me let you go first. Because I don't want to go first.
That's what I like about him. He did show up as a representative.
Look, they're kissing his ass while they finna talk shit. Look, this is what I like about him. He's straightforward, blah, blah, blah. Look at this shit.
Himself, he told you what he was going to do. He unbuttoned his jacket and said, "Don't play with me. I'll take it all back." He has like his comedy club and a firehouse restaurant planned and all this stuff there. That's considerable tens of millions of dollars investment. And he said, "Don't do this." There's only speculation in the articles that I've read that, this affordable housing was coming too close to his sprawling farm. Remember when he quit comedy for, I don't know, a couple of years or something, and he retreated to his farm. That's his sanctuary. That's where his family is. And he said, you better get out of here. My hometown. Don't play with me. And it's just so strange to see him. He is a complicated man, which makes him so ridiculously funny. And he's always giving us not just laughs, but something to think about.
But do you see how she has to build him up to tear him down, to build him up again, to tear him down, to rehabilitate him, to tear him down again? They are fucking treating this like they is shook. They is shook hanging out in the pussy pool.
So there's a lot to this intelligent man. And when he first stood up and said, "I'm Dave Chappell," you heard the little laughter there. They were laughing. They thought that this will be good. It quickly stopped when he turned into another character, I guess. I'm trying to think of which one that would be from that skit show he did that was so successful, Dave Chappelle show.
Probably Clayton Bigsby or the white dude they said the picture. Probably one of them too.
But hey, he's got a right to say what he feels. I think people see the headline affordable housing, Mike, and say, why would Dave Chappelle be against that? But you got to do a deeper dive, and right now he's not giving us more.
Yeah, and it's Dave Chappelle, so obviously it's going to get a lot of notoriety. It's going to get some national recognition. We would have never done this story, just to be honest with you, if it wasn't Dave Chappelle living in that community. He's been active in that community as long as I've been knowing. For a long period of time, he's been living there, and people was wondering why you live on a farm, but he's lived there. He's always active in that community, obviously invested in that community. Dave Chappelle is a genius, very smart, and at the end of the day, Dave Chappelle, I can't look at Dave Chappelle, the comedian, the entertainer, the A-list celebrity. I guess I have to look at Dave Chappelle as the resident of his home. And this is one of those stories where
the home that he made that doesn't include his people, though. Listen to what he said. I have to respect whatever he said where he made his home. Yeah, the home that he made that does not include his people, just like Black Lives Matter founder did when she spent all that money in that for that house that don't include they have no black neighbors. Same shit.
I need to reserve my comment because on the outside, it looks bad. It just looks, when you hear killing affordable housing plan, and when you look at it, it says it's a way to reduce the cost of housing and allow workers to live near their jobs. And without it, starting prices for home developments would jump by $100,000. So Dave Chappelle obviously doesn't need the money. Maybe people in this community who want to work near their jobs and have affordable housing, those are the people that you're thinking about. And all of a sudden, you always go back to the people who are less fortunate, right? The celebrities aren't going to get a lot of, sympathy when it comes to something like this, right? Dave Chappelle's not going to get sympathy when it comes to something like this. But outside looking in, looks bad. Optics look bad. But there must be something that I'm not seeing right now.
See, are you seeing this shit? This the same shit that these last motherfuckers did. There must be something here that I'm not seeing. What the fuck you mean? This nigga done built a community with no black people. Because if you're gonna say that's his community and he built it and he's spending all his money into it, there is virtually no other black people there. That's notable. In the city, we're all the black people in the city council. There is none. And why is it when niggas get money, they want to move to where the white people is at? Why is that? You scared of your people or something? So he said it must be something else. It couldn't possibly be that he's black and he's a bigot. Because this is what they're saying. Oh, my property value gonna go down. That's the same thing Donald Trump said to those white people that live in the suburbs. Hey, they're bringing affordable housing to your suburbs. You don't think that was a dog whistle? So if that's a dog whistle, why isn't it not a dog whistle when Dave Chappelle says it? He might have that OJ syndrome, or he don't think he black no more. You live around a whole bunch of white people, and if, like the dude on the last comedy site said that it's known, or everybody knows, that affordable housing means black people, then why isn't that a dog whistle, just like Donald Trump would say? Because your boy said it's the same thing.
And they need to do a deeper dive. I need to get more information before I can comment fully and go in on it.
He need more information. He need more information before he can comment fully. What the fuck you mean? I need more information. Fuck out of here, man.
But on the outside, once again, it doesn't look like it's a good situation for Dave Chappelle, who's had to go through a lot of things recently, especially with his stand up in the LGBTQ community.
What the fuck is? I mean, dude, I think seriously. I seriously think that people think that black people are stupid. Even other black people. I think us as a community, people think that we're fucking stupid. That's my opinion. Because this shit right here, Candy Cream in the building. Affordable housing is just that, affordable housing. White, black, Spanish, etc. Affordable housing don't mean black. 100%. 100%. Now, here's what I'm going to do. We're done with the clips. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all want to chime in? I just think it's ridiculous, man. I'm more taken aback by how these so-called analysts, celebrities, whatever you want to call them, got because you got DL Hughley doing the same shit. It ain't just them. I just don't want to play the Vlad TV shit, but it ain't just them. It's everybody that speaks on it. But Lil Boosie said, "Now I don't." I said, "How do I feel about?" Okay, Lil Boosie said maybe he. First of all, Vlad asked him the question about the affordable housing. He really didn't even know what affordable housing was, right? He had to say that like projects. So affordable housing would be a project, right? But it's not necessarily only projects. But that's when you say affordable housing, that's what goes a lot to a person's mind would probably take them to projects, whatever. But there's more than just projects in affordable housing, and that's what Vlad told him. But what Boosie says is probably what a lot of people think when they talk about affordable housing. And Boosie said that maybe Dave Chappelle wanted his own players paradise, and he don't want somebody selling weed on his block. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see, where is he from? Yeah, they are project. Yeah, yeah. But there are like low income apartments too. They got them. But like was he from Louisiana, right? There's a lot of projects. But listen, projects are affordable housing, but they do have other forms. And do I think that they would put projects in Yellowstone, fucking Ohio? Probably not. Not where Dave Chappelle lives. They absolutely ain't gonna do that. But that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. You know, they're not gonna let no fucking fuck no. I mean, you know, you don't have to build projects anymore. A lot of those projects were like old military bases and shit, and they converted them into projects and shit. Let's see, but in big cities, affordable housing could be anything from a tenement building to a complex, right? And a lot of that shit is old and been there forever. And they move people in there because, you know, it don't cost them nothing or whatever the fuck. They're not building nothing new and the pipes is all fucked up and shit like that. So they'll move people in there. I know in Manhattan, there's a hotel. It's like a welfare hotel, and it's called a Latham. And anybody that live in New York, you might know something about the Latham. Now, it's a welfare hotel, but I didn't know this. It's also a regular hotel. But the catch is it's cheaper than a lot of places in New York. But the catch is that it have community bathrooms. So in other words, you might have 4 or 5 rooms share one bathroom, and it's significantly less to stay at a hotel. And I forgot what the reason why we stayed there that time, but we stayed at that motherfucker, and I found out that motherfucker had a community bathroom. I was like, oh no, we gotta get the hell out of here. What's going on with you, Beware?